Emerald Fennel is perfect at montages and awful at endings. That was a lot of the case with her Oscar-winning 2020 presentation, Promising Young Lady, in which Carey Mulligan played a lady who'd immolated her own life after the self-destruction of a companion to go about as a date assault vigilante. It's significantly more genuine of her subsequent component, Saltburn, a febrile thrill ride about an Oxford undergrad who becomes friends with a noble hunk of a colleague and gets welcomed to spend the late spring at the person's nation heap, a domain whose name gives the film its title. It's too soon in Fennel's vocation to reach clearing determinations about her reasonableness. However, it feels reasonable to say that her really bothering propensity as an essayist is an affection for button-pushing final ventures that sabotage all the person constructing that is preceded. She has a lot of qualities, among them the excited beat of her work, a capacity to focus on subjects that vibe critical, despite the fact that they're not investigated top to bottom, and, indeed, flows. I don't intend that to sound hateful. While Promising Young Lady was obscurely convincing, until it turned frustratingly loquacious, Saltburn is a lot sillier and emptier film. Yet again, but its energies are sufficiently able to support it until its last portion, when Fennel can't resist the urge to explode all that she's implicit blessing of a finale that causes you to feel somewhat moronic for being contributed. Fennel might be an irritating producer, however, she's unequipped for being exhausting.
Her most recent hero, then again, is exceptionally worried about being viewed as tedious and consigned to social imperceptibility as a result of it. Oliver Speedy, Barry Keoghan, is a crackpot who shows up at Oxford in 2006 to view his colleagues as a companion of the wonderful, well-to-do world class, whose eyes slide directly over his coat and tie-clad structure without enrolling it. His instructional exercise accomplice is a scornful American named Farley Start, an amusingly disagreeable Archie Madekwe, who's frequently late and lethargic, but at the same time who's a heritage understudy conversant in the vernaculars of class that Oliver can't follow. His main buddy is a concerned numerical understudy, in what's less a fellowship than two pariahs hanging out together because of need. However, at that point, he has a disagreement with the lovely, well-known Felix Catton, Jacob Elordi, the child of aristocrats who appears to travel through a sunnier, more wonderful reality than the one Oliver's been walking through. At the point when he's next to Felix, that elite realm opens to him. However, he's mindful that his invite is definitely not a long-lasting one. Detecting how effectively Felix could abandon him, Oliver focuses on his harsh foundation, his folks' enslavement and emotional wellness issues, his dad's unexpected demise. And very much like that, he's welcome to Saltburn for the late spring, for the sort of relaxed hang that includes stewards and formal-wear suppers. Saltburn can be understaffed as Brideshead returned to via the capable Mr. Ripley. However, it's the previous that is the essential reference point. In Evelyn Waugh's novel, working-class Charles Ryder falls head over heels for the aristocrat Flight family with their Catholicism and with the blurring remainders of their privileged lifestyle. In Saltburn, Oliver might be enamored with Felix, an inquiry he considers over salacious opening shots of his object of fixation. In any case, there's no question that he has an all-out illicit relationship with the Catton's riches, which incorporates a lodge whose many rooms and precious verifiable things Felix presents with an engaging offhandedness. Like Sebastian Flight, Felix has a sister, Venetia, Alison Oliver, who eyes Oliver as a potential heartfelt interest, as well as an unflappable mother, Elspeth, Rosamund Pike, and father, James, Richard E. Award, who have the sort of unusualness saved for the extremely rich. Oliver's, by all accounts, not the only holder-on either. Farley is remaining there too, uncovered to possibly be an unfortunate connection, as well as Pamela, Carey Mulligan, a high-design companion of Elspeth's whose life is a line of terrible connections. Fennel, the offspring of a VIP gems fashioner who moved on from Oxford herself close to the time her fictitious people show up there, has plainly invested energy in the circle of Felixes, and the film's clever portrayals of the waiting customs and relaxed guilty pleasures of the day-to-day's life feels exceptionally exact. Saltburn feels like it ought to be a feature for Keoghan, an irregular scene stealer who plays Oliver as a gnomish intruder. Also, for sure, it's Oliver with whom the film's sensational strain lies. He at first seems to scramble frantically to capitalize on his karma, however is progressively not so much guileless but rather more stur.